Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Eloquent English Enterprise. Today, I'm here to bring out, a few nuances regarding some errors which we usually make while speaking and writing English. So I'm going to discuss them in pairs, and I will not waste any time because I don't want the video to become too long and boring. So here goes. I'll share my screen. Yeah. So I'm sure my screen can be seen, and what I'll do is I'll make it into a slideshow. Yes. So common mistakes in English that can be easily overcome. And usually these are grammatical errors in the usage of its and its, went and gone, few and less, could, would and should, may and might, and me and myself. So let's start off. Okay. First, we have its and its. That is its without an apostrophe and its with an apostrophe s. So let's read. The spider spun its web. It's a beautiful creation. The second, it has been changed. The spider spun its web without the apostrophe s, and it's a beautiful creation with the apostrophe. So we'll see which one of the two sentences is correct in the next slide. I can't have this coffee, it's very bitter. I can't have this coffee, it's very bitter. You must watch the game, it's really very interesting or exciting. You must watch the game, it's really very exciting. So let's see. Now, the spider spun its web, it's a beautiful creation. The first statement is wrong, whereas the second one is correct. In the second set, the first one is correct and the second one is wrong. In the third set, the first one is wrong and the second one is correct. Now I'll tell you why. The its without an apostrophe is a possessive version of a pronoun. That is, something belongs to someone. Like for example, okay, let's take the second statement of the first set. The spider spun its web. That is the web of the spider. The web belongs to the spider. And its, it's a beautiful creation. When we use its with an apostrophe, then it means it's a combined version of either it is or it has. It is. So it's a beautiful creation. It is a beautiful creation. But when we say the spider spun its web, it can't be the spider spun it is web. So whenever we are in doubt, let's try to break up the its and see whether it should be it is or it should be simply and it's. All right. Similarly, if we see the third set of statements, you must watch the game. It's really very exciting. Without the apostrophe, it cannot be because it is really very interesting. So I hope the doubts have been cleared. It's without the apostrophe is the possessive version of a pronoun. It's a pronoun. But with the apostrophe, it is, or it has. Now, when went and gone. I'll just do this. Okay. She had already went to the cafe before they got in the car. Tom has gone to Antarctica on a geographical project. My mother gone to the market yesterday. We went on a picnic last Sunday. The family has gone to attend a wedding. The doctors had went to the hospital to examine patients. Now let's see which one is correct and which one is incorrect. Stuck there. I don't know what happens. Yes. So if we say she had already went to the cafe before they got in the car, that is wrong because we cannot use a had with went. It can be only like has, have, had, is, are, etc. can only be used with gone. Tom has gone to Antarctica. The family has gone to attend a wedding. But if we write my mother gone to the market yesterday, that would be wrong because has not been used over here. My mother had gone to the market yesterday. or my mother has gone to the market today, depending on the tense. Tom has gone to Antarctica on a geographical project, correct? Because with gone, we have to use the auxiliary verb. Sorry. Okay. Now, so if you aren't sure whether to use gone or went, always remember that gone will need an auxiliary verb before it. It could be has, have, had, is, are, was, were, be. Like, be gone from here. Or they were gone before we could arrive at the venue. So these are auxiliary verbs. So if we say the doctors had went to the hospital, it would be wrong because went does not require an auxiliary verb. Few and less. So turn off the light so we could use fewer electricity. This parking lot is too crowded. I wish there were fewer cars here. Use fewer water. It must not be wasted. There are fewer girls today in the class. I can see lesser cars on the road today due to heavy rains. Take fewer cups in the tray. You may drop it on the way. That is the tray. Now, see, both fewer and less, they describe the opposite of more. That is, the opposite of more could be few and also less. But you need to look at the noun to decide which word is to be used. Fewer is used for countable nouns. Like cars could be in lakhs, but they're still countable. So for countable nouns, we use fewer, and for uncountable nouns, we use less. So turn off the light so we could use lesser electricity because less electricity is an uncountable noun. The second one is correct because there were fewer cars. Cars are countable, so fewer cars. Use lesser water, it must not be wasted. Yes, water is uncountable unless you specify in liters or glasses or gallons. But here, when we just simply use water, it is uncountable. There are lesser girls today in the class. No, there are fewer girls today in the class. I can see fewer cars on the road today. Yes, because cars are countable, so they are fewer. And if I say take lesser cups in the tray, no, that's wrong because cups are countable. So it should be take fewer cups in the tray. You may drop the tray on the way. Could, would, and should. This was asked of me earlier, so I am including it here today. I would love to go to Italy, but I don't have enough money. That shirt looks great on you. I think you would buy it. So would is wrong. I've already placed a cross before it. Because would is used to describe unlikely or unreal situations. Like I would love to go to Italy, but I don't have enough money. I want to. It is something which is an unreal situation. I would love to do it, but I can't because of certain constraints. But when somebody says, or I say that shirt looks great on you, I think you should buy it. So this is the kind of an advice that I'm giving. I think you should buy it. I'm not saying you should buy it. I think you should buy it. So it's a kind of an advice which is being given. Now, could can be used in three different ways to describe a past ability. That is, when I was younger, I could run twice as fast. When I was younger, I could read 3 novels in a day. So anything which could have been done in the past, I can use the word could. The second way it can be used is to describe possibilities in the future. That is, if we work really hard, I think we could serve up enough money for a vacation this year. So a possibility in future. If we do this, we could possibly do that as well. Or to make a polite request to say, could I have a cup of tea? Could you please share that book with me, or could you please hand over the newspaper to me? So that is the way in which we can use the word could. I'm sorry, my dog is making a little nuisance. Next set is may and might. Now, deciding when to use may rather than might can be very tricky because the difference between these two verbs is very small. It's like negligible. They both indicate that something is possible, but might suggest slightly more uncertainty than may. May also gives you a kind of an uncertainty, but might is a bigger uncertainty. Like, for example, I might take a trip to India next year means that maybe you will go to India, but maybe you won't. So might is more uncertain because there could be any reason. I may have a slice of cake after dinner. expresses slightly more certainty that you're going to eat that cake. So, because that's in near future, but next year, you never know what may happen. So, might is a distant possibility. May is, yes, it is still possible. Usually, the kind of mistake that we made is he may have eaten the last piece of cake, but no, that's wrong. Because we are talking of the past. So, the correction would be he might have eaten the last piece of cake because we are talking of the past. The rule that may becomes might in the past tense is even more confusing. So in the present tense, you would say he may eat the last piece of cake. But in the past tense, this sentence becomes he might have eaten the last piece of cake. I hope it's clear. Or otherwise, you may go back in the video and see it again. Now, me and myself. So I have another set of statements. My parents want me to help with the daily chores. I clean the entire house by me. Please call me if you have any questions. I gave myself a break from studying today. My friends want myself to play cricket. I made a hot cup of tea for myself. Now, the reasons why a particular word has to be used in a particular context, we'll see in the next slide. Alex. Okay. When I say my parents want me to help with the daily chores, it's correct because me is an object pronoun. So it refers to the person who receives the verb's action. Like it's my parents who are the subject and I am the object. So when my parents want me, so the subject wants the object to do something, then it is me that I have to use. But if I am the first person, I am the subject, then it cannot be me, like it's shown in the second statement. I clean the entire house by me is wrong because here it has to be myself. I clean the entire house by myself or myself. There's no need to use by words. Please call me if you have any questions. Please call me. Somebody will call me. So that somebody is the subject and he or she is calling me. I am the object. So please call me if you have any questions. It's the correct statement. I gave me a break from studying. No, I gave myself. I am the subject, so myself will be used in this case. My friends want myself to play cricket. No, my friends are the subject and I'm the object, so I will become me over here. My friends want me to play cricket. And then the last one is correct because I made a hot cup of coffee for myself and it was really nice. So here, by avoiding these common mistakes in English, you can start speaking and writing more correctly. Now, you just have to remember the context in which a particular word is to be used. The moment you feel a little jittery or unsure, it's always better to think about the context and the rules which I've just shared with you. So take just a deep breath and tell yourself that failure is a part of the learning process. Learn from your mistakes. Do not get stagnant. Do not get upset. Do not get demoralized. You learn from your mistakes because they are the stepping stones towards success. And definitely your skills are going to improve. At this point, I remember a little Urdu couplet which my father used to say when I felt dejected. He said, गिरते हैं शह सवार की मैदाने जंग में गिरते हैं शह सवार ही मैदाने जंग में वो तिफल क्या गिरेंगे जो घुटनों के बल चलते हैं. So that means that if you feel a little jittery or if you feel unsure of yourself, get up and move again. Fall 7 times, get up 8 times. So I end the video over here. In the next one, I'm going to discuss some more errors which I have just recently observed in a webinar. It was an international webinar and I've picked up a few statements written down by the teachers who are attending in the chat box. So I'm going to discuss those statements in my next video. Till then, enjoy your happy and sunny, it's a Thursday today. I don't know. It's the 14th, so I know that. So enjoy your day and be happy. It's a Wednesday. I'm sorry, I forgot, but yeah, it's a Wednesday today. So enjoy yourselves and till then, I see you. Bye-bye. Have a good day.